As always, we have another great interview coming up.
Another banger for you all today.
Man, who do we got today?
We got this cat. He can produce, he can sing. His group is phenomenal. His name is Brian Dunlap, and he hails from the Big H, Houston, Texas. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing, man?
Man, we blessed. Welcome to the Wake Up Show with LT and Robert Dean Report, man. Tell us what's good. What's going
Glad to be.
on in your neck of the neighborhood?
Uh, Not a whole lot, man. Just trying to stay safe and everything right now, during this pandemic, but still doing the things that God is pushing me to do. And so that's writing music,
Okay.
getting His word out there through music, and that's what I do on a daily basis.
Well, brother Dunlap. I'm just gonna jump right on in it
Jump right on in.
because I got some things. I don't have a beef with you this morning, but
You
I got.
always got a beef.
No, I said I don't have a beef
You
this
don't?
morning. No, I
It's
got.
gon'
I
it's
got
gonna rain
question.
today.
No, I got a
Yeah.
question for him.
Okay.
Okay, so have you ever eaten at chimichan's?
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
So how
oh
you
yeah.
how you like chimichan's?
You know what? It it's actually very good. It's actually very good.
Uh
You have
oh.
to. It's one of those things to where you have to be not concerned about the how it looks,
Uh,
but it actually tastes very good.
Okay, so
Have
see,
you ever had it?
no, but see, every time I talk to people in Houston,
Angela Bennett, let's
uh,
call her out.
yeah,
It's a
Angela
no-no.
and all the other
Yes.
ladies I talk to, they say, "Don't you go to
Don't
Well,
you go there. They
chimichan's?"
said no.
But when I talk to the men, they
no.
be
See,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah. When I talk to the men was like, "Oh yeah, it's tasty."
Because it's cheap, huh?
Right. No, it's good. It's good. But see, Angela's kind of, she's kind of, we're not gonna say bougie, but she's sophisticated.
Right, okay.
and so, and so, Chimmy Chan does not do it for her. But for us, who grew up in the hood, kind
Okay.
of, we know about the Chimmy Chans, and that's good food, man.
Well,
Okay.
see, I finally got
You
somebody
finally
because our creative,
he's 1 for 40.
yeah, our creative director here in San Diego is from Houston, and he's like, "Man, if you want some good chicken,
Yes.
go over to Timmy Chan." So when I went to
Yeah.
Houston for the conference,
Texas Alliance.
I said to him, "Well, we gonna go to Timmy Chan's." It was almost like I had said a cuss word.
What's that sound you make?
Yeah,
Well.
it was like, "Er?"
See, the thing is, you're a guest in San Diego, coming from San
Right.
Diego, and so they didn't want to treat you to Timmy Chan while you were visiting here. They'd rather take you to, some of the better
Papa
places.
Do's or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
What you
well,
got?
exactly. So
well,
I can see why that reaction would be that for this,
but
or,
they was bragging about Whataburger, and Whataburger disappointed me because I thought they had some special sauce, and it was this mustard, and I was just so disappointed.
ah,
Because they was like, "Oh, this sauce." I've been watching videos and everybody talking about it, but when I got there, I wanted to have that experience. I'm like, "This ain't nothing but mustard. Are they making a big deal about mustard?" You know.
You must have
I
caught him on a
actually
bad
love
day.
Whataburger though. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I
Well,
love Whataburger, man.
well, I'm gonna
That's one
break
of
you
my
down,
favorites.
brother. When you come to San Diego, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
you to In and Out Burger, and
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
get you an animal style In and Out Burger, and then you're gonna be like, what burger?
But he might be vegan. You
No,
need
no,
to,
no,
you
no,
don't
Uh,
no,
know.
because he just talked about Timmy Chan's
no.
and everything else.
Yeah, nah.
And then there's this new company. I ain't gonna
Nah.
talk about it right now, but they said the burgers are so good that you would slap your mama and your friend. But
I
we'll
don't
talk
know a
about that
burger
later.
that good, man.
Well, well, Brian,
Yeah.
what first got you into the music industry?
Well, actually, you're mentioning mothers. My mom is actually a dynamic singer who's been doing it for years and years. She was born in Nashville, Tennessee,
Oh,
and
music. That's
she
music.
she actually sang with Bobby Jones. And when she moved here to Houston, she sang with the late Eugene Williams, and then even several years with Z. Michael McKay.
Wow.
And so growing up with my mom and being in the music scene, because she took me everywhere she went.
Hmm.
That was just something that was embedded into me, man. And I, even as a child, I found myself, trying to play drums and different things just to be, I didn't know how much of the music was instilled into me until I got older. But it's something that drove me even as a young child, listening to the music. And, even now I remember a lot of the older songs that they sang back then. And I mean, it's just in my head and there's nothing I can do about it. So I was destined to do music.
Well, and being in Houston, where you have the Yolanda Adams, where you have the Reese Joyners, where you have the Angela Bennett, where you have the V. Michael McKays, where you have the Brian Courtney Wilsons, where you have the Kim Burrells,
Yeah,
where you have the Sean McLemores, where you have the Nikki Clegg Fox, where you have all those people.
yeah.
How do you fit in? Do you work with these people? Do they influence you in some kind of way? Because music is all in
Oh,
Houston.
definitely. Definitely. I mean, this is, Houston is so full of talent.
Yes,
As
sir.
you just mentioned, all of those names that you just mentioned, and there's so many others that we didn't even touch on. And it's just, we all have this, music family here basically. And so, of course I get to work with a lot of them in different aspects. We all have our different churches that we attend and minister at. But when we get together, like I actually just talked to Sean McLemore the other day about doing a song that I wrote, and we're going to do a workshop together when things calm down with this pandemic. We're going to actually do a workshop together at my church, and
Really?
but it's just the thing about, I don't try to necessarily fit in. I just do what God has called me to do,
Hmm.
and I'm not. There's never a competition type of thing going on. It's all just us doing. We know what we're good at.
Right.
We know what God has called us to do, and so I just stay in my lane and do the things that I'm capable of doing that God has called me to do, and I mean, it all gels together. When we all get together, it's a great time.
Yes.
Well, I want to ask a question. About 3 minutes ago, I sent over my demo to you and asked if I could be on your next project, and you haven't responded yet to my
Mm,
request. Do I need to
Jesus.
do an open audition right now so I can get on your next hottest
Now, I
cut?
Mm.
think Kurt Carr had a song that he wrote a while back, and Kitty Clay actually sang on it. It said God blocked it, and I think that he might have blocked that
You come
email.
now. See that you have discernment. You're a man of God. You have
You know,
discernment.
yeah,
His job is to do what he do. He's an instrumentalist.
you know. Oh, but I'm a preacher too.
You a preacher. I was
So
gonna I
so
was gonna go
so
down a list.
but everybody need that good intro.
Well,
That
then
intro
Yeah.
what you
word.
do is play the music before you preach.
Okay, because see, I was like, I want to get up there and be like, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Houston, Texas.
Okay, you
You
can
see
you
what I'm
can
saying?
exert
I
and talk,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
Brian his ministry ain't necessarily singing. So
now, I didn't
I'm
say.
glad that you have the discernment and God allowed you to speak that.
Wait a minute, I didn't say anything about singing solo or anything like that. I know I'm a blender.
Okay.
I blend, but that introduction, man. The introduction be more tasty than Timmy Chan's on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Okay, so
th-
you're an
he's the
introductionist.
introduction,
Okay.
but thank God
Wait,
that
wait, wait a minute.
you
Wait,
felt what I felt.
wait a minute. Introduction list.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Sean McLemore. You know he is a native Californian by way of Los Angeles.
I did not know that.
Yes, he was not from there, so he's still our California brother. But we'll let you keep him on loan because
What?
he's
Oh
doing a
man,
great job down
we've
there.
taken him in, and yeah, we've taken him in and owned him now.
Yeah,
He's actually Houston now.
him and Rhonda, they're a dynamo duo.
Well,
Dynamic, man.
Yolanda ain't even from Houston, Texas.
Yeah, she is born
No,
and
no,
raised.
no,
Yes,
no.
he is.
She from heaven above. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
she's born
Oh
and raised
Lord.
from heaven above of Houston. So do you have a group? You have a group. What? Tell us about your group and how the group came
Yeah,
about.
my group is actually Brian Dunlap and Total Praise.
Hmm.
Um, and I actually formed this group back in 2006, and it was not because I necessarily wanted to do, to form a group.
Hmm.
Um, it was I was actually, to be honest with you, I was actually learning the production stages of getting into producing, and I was doing it for my mom. I
Mhm.
knew my mom wanted to do a project, her own solo project
Hmm.
that we did. We ended up doing it in 2009. But I wanted to go through the entire process of learning from point
Behind
A
the
to
scenes.
to Z,
Hmm.
and how to go through and put a CD together and
Hmm.
everything. And so, of course, I've been writing music. I've been writing music since high school, actually.
Wow.
I wrote my class song, actually. But I've been
Oh,
writing
wait a
music
minute.
for a while, and
Wait a minute.
so,
Stop, stop,
uh,
stop, stop. He said he wrote his class song. Well, what it sound like? How it go?
uh, the song is entitled "The Journey Has Just Begun."
Okay.
Strong title.
And so it was, yeah, that I don't even recall how it went.
Uh,
There are some classmates of mine who still have the words and everything, but knowing how it went, it was a long time
well,
ago.
I
That's
just want you
over
to know
20 years ago.
when we bring you to San Diego, the first request I'm gonna make is I'm gonna say, brother Dunlap, can you sing your class song? So make sure you get it, cause I'm gonna ask about it
Okay, I'll have to go
for
through
praise and
and get it
worship
from
session.
somebody else.
Right. And you know what's so wonderful about Houston? When I was going to college in Arkansas, I always use Houston as a referral because one thing about your city, your church choirs locally, your
Yeah,
recording artists, everybody takes it upon themselves to record. They don't wait for producers and record companies to pick them up like we do on the West Coast. We're on the West Coast.
right,
We
right.
don't take the initiative like you all do in Houston and the South. I noticed that's one thing about the South that I really, really love. Do you concur with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about what you guys how it is there, but yeah, definitely here. That's something that everybody is recording. Everybody
Yes.
is if you listen to my project, a lot of the stuff that I've done myself.
Hmm.
And if I collab with someone, they're probably going to be doing it themselves and then sending it to me, and we collab that way. So
Hmm.
everybody is getting out, and that's something that I can say we do here
Yes.
in Houston and in the South is we actually go forth and put projects together
Yes.
and do it yourself, and that's the way you can make sure that you get what you want for the
Hmm.
most part.
Right.
And it's not based upon someone else's ideas. I mean, we all have what God has given us,
Hmm.
and so that it's important to be able to relay that, and be yourself, and not what a quote unquote producer or an executive wants you to be. So that it does give you that benefit of being free.
Right, and it gives you power too, because if you were to go into a big record company thing, you're coming with a finished product, so that takes off a chunk of what you would have to recoup for that particular label. So that's a very wise choice. And those that are listening, that
Yeah.
are from the western side of the country, invest in yourself, and then you come to the table and you're able to negotiate and do those various type of things.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things. The key word is invest in yourself.
Hmm.
As a record executive,
Hmm.
we're not even signing new artist contracts anymore. We're only signing partnership deals
Yeah.
so that we get partners
Right.
working with us in the business. And a lot of times people say, "Oh, don't sign with a record label," but when you get a record label that's partnering with you, now you're coming to the table as equals,
Fifty
and
fifty.
you're
Right.
walking into a situation where you have somebody that's standing alongside you, and then you can use your best resources all the way around. I have a question for you, Brother Dunlap, and that
Yes, sir.
is, with all the great talent that is around you,
Hmm.
if you at this point had to pick three people, and it could be dead or alive, it could be in your city or out of your city, three people that you would like to collaborate with, who would those three people be?
Oh man. I'm a church choir,
Come on, brother.
guy.
Hmm.
I love church
Yes,
choirs, and
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
um, my favorite of all time has always been John P. Key.
Okay,
Oh, yes, mine
And
too. Mine too.
if
okay,
if I could if and nowadays, I listen to a lot of Ricky Dillon, and so I actually have a song that I would love for them to do, but it would be John P. Key, Ricky Dillon, and probably I would say someone that I could collab with would be I would say, Hezekiah Walker.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
those are three good ones.
yeah. And so,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that because that means that we would just be having church all day
Oh yes.
long. And so, let me ask you
Yeah.
my next. I got two more questions for you. What instruments do you play? Number one, and number two, do you have children that you're building a legacy with?
Uh, Instruments that I play, well, I have not played in a long time. The instrument that I started playing was actually alto saxophone, and I played that for years until I got into college, and then I started branching off into drums, and that's where I really made my niche in gospel music because I started playing for the late Reverend Ronald Mateer, who um, was, I mean, he's like a father to me. He passed away in 2017, but Ronald was over so many things. He was over the Houston Mass Choir. He was
Oh
over,
yes.
um, yeah, he was over it. He's a big part of the GMWA,
Hmm.
especially in the new music seminar.
Hmm.
He was one of the head people in the new music seminar. So I followed him and played drums and things of that nature until he pushed me to actually do more teaching and directing because
Right.
he saw that gift in me. But as far as instruments, it was saxophone and drums that I did the most of. I dibble and dabble a little bit on keys to write, write the music that I love, that I write.
Hmm.
But mainly, I give that to other people to let them, bring it alive for me.
Amen.
And as far as my children, I do have two sons that are musically gifted, both of them. The oldest son is my son Trey. He's the one that is going to stay into music, and he has his own band and everything. He's in Minnesota. They're both in Minnesota right now,
Hmm.
but he's the one that is a music thing has just. He does so much more than I ever did, and I'm so very proud of him. The younger son, Jalen, he is more of the athlete. He took the athletic side of me. Now he can sing, but he absolutely hates to do it. So I would never, try to force that on him. But as far as passing down that legacy, my son Trey he's going to be something to deal with.
Well, we definitely want to hear some of his music soon. I love how he said he took the athletic side of me.
I didn't know you
It-
did sports.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely. I actually played basketball in high school. I did it for real. I actually tore my Achilles not a couple of years ago,
Okay.
so
Uh-uh.
that forced me to
Well,
give it up.
I'm glad that he said basketball because he had said football. Then I'd had to say something, because
Well,
I would have wanted to
I
know his
did that as
position.
well.
Well, what position you play?
I played receiver and quarterback when I was playing football.
Oh, one of my favorite people to hit. I mean, to bless
Yeah,
with. Praise the Lord.
yeah.
Well,
You
oh,
had to catch me, man.
well, see, that's the whole point. They would have ran you to my side, and once you got to my side, oh, it wouldn't have been nice. But anyway, back here, brother Brian, we appreciate this your energy. We're going to be, if God said the same, we'll be in Houston in August, if God says the same. If
Yeah.
not, for the Texas Alliance, we're going to be coming there soon with our sister Angela Bennett, and we definitely want to connect with
That's
you.
where I met him.
And the biggest thing is because we want to continue to play your music and boost you up in the ratings because your music is just life changing.
We got some good music.
I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I mean, this is what we do it for, not for notoriety, but just to get God's word out. And so, anytime I hear that my music or is being played somewhere else, and there are ears that hear it that I've never even had any contact with,
Right.
that to me is such a blessing.
Right now, who would you want to open up for if you had the opportunity to open up for anybody? What would be your idea
And you can't,
concert to open up
he
for?
can't use my name. Don't say
You
me.
can't use the one that's good for blending. You can't
Yes,
use
yeah,
him.
the blender. Don't use my name.
Um, if I had to open up for someone,
Yeah, who would you want to open up for in concert?
Anthony Brown.
Wow, that's a really good one.
Yeah, that San Diego one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, yeah. That's, I mean, I tend to think that we have some similarities as
Hmm.
far as the vocal sound and energy, and the writing style. That would be someone I would love to open up for.
I would agree because when I got your project, I met him in Houston, Texas, when we were at the Alliance, Texas Alliance, with Angela Bennett, and I reached out to this gentleman, and he was so receptive. And you actually sent me a song that I'm going to record.
Yeah, yeah, I
This
remember
dude,
that.
this dude is a writer, and his group can sing. So we're going to allow you to set up your song that we're going to feature. But before you do that, how can people follow you and what you're doing in social media?
You can follow me on Facebook. You can either follow me personally as Brian Dunlap, or Brian Dunlap and Total Praise is your group's name. Um, on Instagram is the original lap. That's LAP, the original lap. And the website is BD Brian Dunlap TP T, BDTPmusic.com.
Okay, now introduce us to your latest single.
This song is "You Are the One," and this is a song that God gave me a few years back, and I was blessed to have Charisma Evans,
Oh,
a
Charisma, yes,
dynamic singer here,
Dallas.
collab with me on this one. And so this song just basically says that God, you are the one that we adore.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brother Brian Dunlap and Total Praise.
Psalm 33 and 8 says, "Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him." Lord, we just want you to know that we reverence your name, for you are the one we adore. Say, "Oh Lord, we love you."
Thank you, LaShawn. I'm sorry. He said we could. They said thank you, Kim. They said no sound. Hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
It's okay. This girl Charisma, she's a beast. It's Brian Dunlap and Total Praise. And can you play the second one he said? Because Angela Bennett's featuring.
I only got one song to do too. What's the other one called?
This is Charisma. She's originally from the Dallas area. She just moved to Houston not long ago.
Thank you, Sister Hicks.
Yes, this is who can sing. Yes. Nice. Oh yeah, I love this. Yes. That is the voice of Brian Dunlap featuring Charisma and Total Praise from Houston, Texas. And this is the song that's featuring Angela Bennett. This is a hot song too. Yes. It's Brian Dunlap again and Total Praise featuring Angela Bennett. Yes. Hot. Kenya, his group is bad. Whole project is smashing. Yes. Great interview, Brian. Yes. Yes. We're featuring two of your songs, bro.
Good morning, Sister Richmond.
Yes.
Good morning, Pastor Delitra.
Yes. Are you playing the drums, Brian? If you are, you killing it, bro.
No problem, Brother Brian. Always much love.
Yes. The cleanup woman is finna come in, Angela Bennett. Give her a song, she'll clean it out.
I heard she didn't like the clean.
She do like to clean.
I heard she liked to start.
Yeah. Watch Angela kill this.
Watch this. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Angela Bennett.
Angela Bennett. She gonna kill her, I'm telling you.
Come on, Brian. Hey.
Yes!
All right, Sister Pastor.
Get in touch with me, Patricia. Here she come. Come on, Angela. Anything. Come on, Angela Bennett. That girl can just sing. Sing, Angela. Yes.
That was none other than
Brian Dunlap. Woo!
Wait a minute, I'm trying to introduce the song.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get my part, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I do it again?
Yeah.
Yes. That's none other than that's who he is. Mr. Brian Dunlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
about
Angela Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah. Praise the Lord.
Yes.
Two
hot back-to-back songs.
But how did you like the introduction?
It was good, but I liked the song better.
You liked it, but see, didn't you feel like I added into to the
okay.
flavor of it? I just sprinkled a little salt on it.
Okay.
A little paprika.
Okay.
We wanted to say that we really love our brother in Houston, Texas.
Yes,
that was
Dunlap.
none other than Brother Dunlap, Brian Dunlap.
Yes, go
We're
get
gonna
his
put
music.
this in rotation, download it, give
Yes.
him. Make sure that he know that y'all listen today.
Yes.
Because he'll see a spike in his PayPal system.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But what I love about him.